Welcome back as we continue to explore the hospital.
Yes, I think we do actually have to keep going, and we'll get something else to do that later. It's just something to keep in mind, just like that nurse that appeared right in front of you. Oh, he really stomps on them.
Well, you know, you can stand on convention, or you can stand on a nurse.
I don't know how many enemies are there in this one corridor.
Actually, I think there's only like 3 or 4, isn't there?
Oh, we've got a pickup and a save point. Well, I think we've killed 2 nurses and there's 2 leg things, so it's quite a lot for a single corridor, though it is a long corridor.
That monster's getting ignored. We have some wall writing and a box.
Box that's tied up a lot.
It's very locked. Wonderful, wonderful spelling error there.
We have one of those codes already because we found it in some notes way back when.
Do we?
We found it right at the beginning of the hospital, same as he has the lapis lazuli key and the bulldog key. But he is still missing one other code. So there's 2 keys and 2 codes, I think. We did get another key from when we visited Maria, and I forget entirely what it was for. Was it the roof key?
Yes.
Ah. Feels a bit weird not having Maria anymore, being in your way.
Oh, I don't know. As you say, you don't actually have her around for very long.
Don't get to appreciate her shiny butt anymore.
Good old roof diary.
And I assume it's sort of meant to make you think about Maria, who was ill.
Well, and Mary, obviously, as well.
Oh, I meant to say Mary, actually.
Oh, okay. Mary, yeah.
What is a diary doing up here? I also think it's really weird that it's just completely black. There's nothing up here. I mean, behind the fencing.
Well, that was unexpected.
Yes. I think we just got a whole large hit to our health there as well.
And go back to moderate. Top it up a bit more.
Yeah. He did quite a lot of damage.
I think that's full health now.
I'm assuming it's supposed to be a if you get hit by a pyramid head sort of warning. It's very serious.
It hurts.
So we've been chucked into a bit of the building that was locked previously and we couldn't get to. So we have another code. It's 8312.
I assume it's 8312.
I think we now have everything we need to get into that little box. And if Scott doesn't remember, because the first code we found was in the last video, I did actually write it down.
It'll be in your notes.
Yeah, he found it quite a while ago. It was on one of the typewriter notes.
Oh, was it like the carbon one or something?
Yeah, it's again about Joseph, the patient they're talking about.
Oh, if you remember from my from the talkie, we were talking about whether or not there's an other world. I suppose we get to see it not too soon from now.
No. The box room's the one right at the end, and then Maria's the one nearest to you. But I don't think he's going to bother revisiting it.
Just making sure we get hit by a few of the monsters. Keep things interesting.
Yes, I think playing Silent Hill 1 has kind of made him conscious about conserving ammo. I don't think you really need to do so much in this one.
It mostly depends on how careful you are. And of course, like all locks, once you've solved it, they just disappear.
I think the keys you just have to use from your menu.
That's right, yes. I think we're going to try and look up the other code first, though.
Should be imprint on carbon paper. It should be.
Is that the right one?
Yep.
Okay.
Because the number written on the whiteboard was the door for the code to get in here.
Okay. So it's the next one.
"9157.
Who I am is who I am is who I am is. And that's the last key code. We just need to unlock the rest of the box with inventory items now. Very slow loading screens on the PC, so you'll have to bear with it.
I think after all this anticipation, Scott would be right to think, is this all going to be worth it?
It's nearly open.
Yes, because we have to use the last key.
Purple bill key, yes.
Yeah. Which looks like a bit of paper more than anything else rather than a key.
Yes, I'm not sure if it's a key card or a drawn...
Something.
Something's drawn on it, so... And what treasure could possibly be contained within yon box? And it's empty. No, there are a few hairs within.
Got a piece of hair.
I would have said strands, but they say piece. Now let's see if we're going to work this out, or if we're going to need to tell him.
Probably not. I think it's pretty much the only thing left to do.
Well, just because it's the only thing left to do doesn't mean you know how to do it.
I suppose. Yes, I'm not convinced in Silent Hill. I'm not convinced Silent Hill 2 is the best game for running around enemies in a building, because they seem to be able to move when you're not in the corridor, so they're both ganged up.
Oh, it could be worse. It could be the HD collection, when they can move when you come out of a menu or a map.
Yes, because while we have very long pauses on the PC version, you can actually see for the most part, and things aren't happening when you can't see.
Having a quick check of our inventory. But we'll have to see what we're going to do next. Well, next. See you then.